all need to come together as a people and get out here and make these politicians work for us instead of us always working for them. You know, we have to get them to understand that the inmates aren't the only ones being abused through this system. We are. The people that love them are being abused too. When we come to visit them, we're unlawfully searched. You know, we have issues getting in the building, getting out the building. That stuff is not easy to deal with, and I know for the inmates it's even harder. Because if we lose one visit, we can go home, and we can be with other people and have support, and cry on somebody's shoulders. Who do they have? Nobody. Themselves. That is mentally damaging. And these people aren't looking at the mental health of someone who's been locked up for 25, 35, 45. One guy here, 51 years. None of us barely made it through COVID. We barely made it through quarantining for a year. And you expect for someone to be locked in a cage for extended periods of time like an animal and they're okay. And the ones that are okay, you, I'm proud of you. You are okay. But they're still dealing with stuff. They're still re-entering this society, and we are giving them no hope when they don't have a chance to know they may come home. They're not even preparing themselves for this. They don't know they come home. Life with no chance of parole, that is criminal itself. It's criminal itself. And it's not okay. We are treating these people like they're animals. They're not livestock, they're humans. And everybody makes mistakes, even if it wasn't a mistake. Something I did at 17 years old, I would never revisit at 43. Something I did when I was a little girl. I had babies at 14. Do you think I would ever imagine doing that at 43 years old? So when you don't look at somebody that's been locked away that long to see who they are now, you're committing a crime. It's a crime against humanity. It really is. You know, I look at my husband all the time. He is a phenomenal man. He's an awesome person. And they looked at him and criminalized him and gave him natural life. He was 18 years old. He was a baby. He a man now. The calmest person I know. He can help these kids prevent themselves from being in his position if he was out here in the world.
Hello.
If he was out there giving the knowledge that he knows, the experiences that he has, the education, the things that he's gained from your so-called rehabilitation service. Your claim to imprisonment is to rehabilitate the human. Why are you doing that if you're not putting them back into society?
Hello.
What is the point?
What is the point?
Why are we wasting our tax money on mental health services for imprisoned individuals if you're going to keep them?
That's right.
Well, I don't understand what the point is, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. So we need to come together with organizations like Parole Illinois, make them pass these bills, make them treat us like we matter.
That's right.
Because it's not just about the prisoners.
That's right.
It's not just about them. I've been suffering. I am mentally unstable not knowing if he is alive tomorrow because he only gets to call me once or twice a day.
That's right.
So that's nerve-wracking because if something happens to him, and then I watch the news, people get killed in prison, things happen. So if he don't call me all day, I'm crying, literally. I'm in my closet, in my prayer room, hoping nothing happens. Because I know that there are people in there that are not like him. You gave them life with no possibility of parole. They have no hope.
That's right.
They have no hope. And if I had no hope, I'd be doing anything out here.
That's right.
I wouldn't care what I did. Because I ain't going nowhere. What's the difference? So you have to give them a incentive to do the right thing, to change, to become somebody different.
Hello. Come on.
Give them a reason. If you have no reason, why do better? And I love the way I've been sitting back doing research and stuff, because I had a long speech I was going to read. I don't got time for that no more. I was doing research on how America says in the black community and brown community in particular, we're so violent. Well, America, we learned this shit from you.
Hello. Hello.
We got it from you.
Tell us about it.
You taught us the violence.
Yes.
And then you put us in institutional peaceful, I can't fight. I'm calling the police. Certain people are mad at. But why would you expect something different when you take the so-called violent ones off the street from the lessons they learned from you, America? Politicians, governments, senators, judges, lawyers. They learned it from you, and then you snatch them up at 18 years old,
Okay.
and you expect for them to be something different than what you created.
Come on, girl.
You talking about rehabilitation, and you throw them in solitary confinement. One guy I know 10 years.
Yes.
How do you survive? When I go in my prayer closet, I love the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. But I gotta get out of there in 20 minutes. Because it start getting small.
Right.
And I start feeling like I'm in a box. I can't imagine what 10 years feels like.
In a box.
And then you tell me there's no hope for me to ever go home. He has never had a chance to be a father. Do nothing. Go on a real date. That is the pettiest thing I could think of. Never had a chance to choose what clothes you wear. What you gonna eat today, or if you gonna eat. You know, never had an opportunity to do those things. And then you wonder why they in the prison system acting crazy. You driving them crazy. You throw them in there crazy.
Hello.
A young kid comes in and you give him life with no possibility of parole. And 30 years later, he's still a kid.
Yes. Yes.
You haven't given him any reason to become somebody better. And for the ones that have become somebody better, why are they still there? Why aren't they out here helping us?
That's right.
I was talking to Miss JD. She said one important thing to me. They take them off the streets and wonder where the structure went. I'm not okay with hustlers and gangbangers because I don't agree with what they do. But I'm going to tell you one thing for sure. When somebody shoot up the block, hey, JoJo, come here. Let me holler at you. Go get Ray down the street and tell them to quit doing that. We got kids. Our babies need to go to school. So we don't need him shooting up the block. Now, I don't agree with what you do, but they create a structure. And you need to let them back out here when they grow up in the head. And they can do stuff like organize these kind of things. For our kids to learn, this ain't all y'all got.
That's right.
This ain't it. This is not it. And I can't stress it no more than to say people like my husband, Brian Willis. The people that educate themselves, my man got 2 masters.
Hello.
He runs an organization that helps people entering the prison system not become a product of the prison system. And he's been there 25 years. He should be the biggest product.
Hello.
You all need to help us pass these bills so that people like this can do this out here.
That's
I
right.
thank him for doing it in there, but I don't want my son in there before he understands.
That's
I
right.
don't want my nephew to have to learn the hard way. I want him to get his lessons from people that I already know what's hard about it.
Hello.
You know, I need for us to come together as a people and start supporting us more and get with organizations like Parole Illinois and True Blood and those kind of things so that we can make them move for us.
That's right.
Make them move in our direction. Because it's our people that's suffering, and when we gonna come back to us? We always helping somebody. We always putting our money somewhere. We don't never shop with us.
That's right.
Come together and shop with us.
That's right. Come on.
Come together and bring these brothers home so that they can start teaching these other kids how to live. Our boys don't even know how to live these days.
No.
It's shocking to them when a black woman say thank you.
Yep.
It's shocking. They need brothers like this, brothers like these, brothers standing out here with us today to show them it's another way. You ain't got to impress nobody. The media got you thinking this stuff.
Yes.
But when you get behind them walls, it's another life.
Another.
And I don't want these boys to learn that life. And that's why we need to put our feet on these politicians' necks.
That's right.
And we need to start making them walk in our footsteps and stop walking in theirs. Because the Willie Lynch letter is real. People think it's a fake, it's real, and it's still happening, but we making it happen. We need to stop making it happen, make them make stuff that works for us. It is torture for these men to be locked down down like that forever. My husband damn near cried from a simple hug after a year of no human contact. I don't even think about hugging people. I walk up and do it. And for somebody to have no human
I bet you
contact
she ain't staged
for
right.
a whole year, that's hurtful. It's sad, and I didn't even know. It took for me to talk to somebody that's 25 years in to let me know that meant so much to me, sweetheart. Give these men a chance. They deserve a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody does. And mental health is a very important part of this. It is. It's very important. And taking away from the hope of a mental state that's already damaged, it makes things worse. It makes matters worse. So we need to make them pass this bill so that we can make the mental health better. If the mental health better, we'll start seeing who these are, the real people, who they really are. Because you think they just thugs out here and criminals and thieves or whatever. Some of these kids are already broken. They come from damaged homes, damaged communities, damaged everything, and then you put them in a damaged system. Where is the hope? There is none. So I'm saying stand tall with everyone out here to help us pass these bills and get these laws written that we can be treated like human beings and not common cattle. And I've seen them fight harder for dogs than they fight for a black man.
Hello.
I've seen them give out harsher sentences for a man that fought a dog, what a dog would do anyway. If he was in the forest, he'd be fighting another dog than for them to fight against the police that shoot and kill a kid 16 times since he was breaking in a car with a knife. We need laws put in place to protect us, but also to free us from these crazy, insane mental states. The prison system is a damaged mental state, and we need help. So I'm thanking you guys for being out here. I know I probably went over my time, I'm sorry. But I thank you for being out here. Please support us. I'm with Parole, Illinois. Sign up, do what you can, donate, volunteer, whatever it takes. And yeah, I'm 25 years in, and if it take me 54 more, I'm gonna keep fighting for them.
But it won't. But it won't.
Hey, it ain't my man coming home.
That's right.
Hey, who had? Hey, I just.